speaking is Gavin Hensley, and I'm doing a report on reading or whatever. This is my grandpa's story of when he rode a motorcycle from what state?
Indiana.
From Indiana to Alaska. I'll tell the story.
Well, the story goes that I started from Indiana and rode north up through Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, and then into southern Canada. When you get into Canada, it's a big country, so then you have to pick up a road that goes west. So I picked up one of the Canadian highways. I think it was maybe Canadian 15, and rode it all the way to Prince Rupert, and that is a town in western Canada right on the shore of the Pacific Ocean. There we boarded a Alaskan Marine Highway ferry, which is a large boat. And that's how the people up in southern Alaska get their goods. And that's how they travel, because there really is no roads from town to town. So the ferry stopped at all the little towns that you might have heard of, like Juneau, Alaska, and Petersburg, Alaska, and I can't remember all the rest of them. And we finally got up to Haines, Alaska. In Haines, Alaska is where we got off of the ferry boat. And then we rode on up to Haines Junction. And then from there you go to Fairbanks, up through, I can't think of the name of that little town. But anyway, you go all the way up to Fairbanks, and I was up there about 30 minutes because it was so cold. I turned right around and came back. And
you didn't get to Alaska?
Yeah, that's Alaska, Fairbanks.
Oh.
That's way up north in Alaska, almost up by the Arctic Circle. And then I wanted to get out of there because it was so cold, so I came back south and got on the Alaskan Highway, which is called the
pipeline.
No, you should visit the pipeline along the way as you go, but it's called the one they built in the Second World War that goes down through there. It's anyway, it takes you all the way back to the east, and I think down through Winnipeg, I believe, and came back into Montana, and that's called the Alcan Highway. And then back into Montana, and visited down through Montana and back into the United States and back towards Indiana. And I left on the 4th of July when it was supposed to be warm, and the colder it got, I got up to the north and I got back to where it was warm. I was home on the 20th. I had ridden 8,000 miles, and I had spent 50 hours on the ferry. And I was glad to be back in Indiana, where it was halfway warm in July.
So did you ride? How fast were you riding?
Oh, I don't ride fast. I ride just normal speed limits, or maybe even less. But up in that time of the year in Alaska, there is no night really. It just gets kind of dusk looking because the sun stays up for so long, so you can just keep on riding as long as you want. Because
so you never stayed at a hotel?
And there's no hotels up there. You just had to take a tent, and you stop in campgrounds and you camp, and you freeze and you shiver, and then you get up and eat a $10 breakfast, which is one egg and one piece of bacon and a biscuit, and then you leave again, and you get out of there because it's cold. And it's raining, and it's misty, and that's the way it is up there in the summertime because that's their summer. In the winter, it's full of snow.
So, I guess that answers all my questions.
Well, congratulations for your interview, and I was glad to give it for you.